Where will I serve? In my freshman year, I was introduced to a lady who worked closely with an organization called the New Mexico Japanese American Citizens League, also known as NMJACL. This organization focuses on families who have recently come from Japan, as well as other Asian countries, and familiarize them with the American justice system, as well as find venues of financial, educational, and social support. Basically, I just wasn't interested. And though I was told by many different people that I should get involved, I never took action. I was more interested in following a senior project related towards my dream job of becoming an interior designer. Out of the few options related to this was Special Spaces, a nonprofit organization that designed dream rooms for chronically ill children when they came home. I thought this would be a perfect fit for me. Unfortunately, after contacting them multiple times, they never contacted me back. When that fell through, I started looking at other options such as Explora and Roadrunner Food Bank. Neither were very appealing to me, and I felt like I had hit a dead end. Humanities class was becoming increasingly depressing due to the heavy subjects we were learning, and I felt like I had no inspiration. Then one day, we saw a video documented by Nicholas Kristoff called Reporter. He went to the Congo with a medical student and a professor. The purpose was to document the conditions in Congo and to share it with the rest of the world. One of the most impactful scenes was when they visited a woman who lived in a secluded place by herself and was extremely sick. When they arrived at her home, they found her in the bushes experiencing chronic pain. When the medical student learned that the woman had not had any medical attention or help, she tried to arrange for an ambulance to take the lady to the hospital. She quickly ran into a roadblock because the lady had no money or a family member who would consent to go with her to the hospital. After finally being able to arrange the details, the medical team had to lift the lady and carry her to the ambulance. This scene struck me so deeply because of the screams of pain that came from the lady as she was carried. When the documentary ended, I found myself shaking and utterly unable to comprehend anything except the screams that would repeat over and over in my head. To know that this scene was real, that it still happened, that it wasn't just the lady but millions of people who were in the same situation. I felt that the problem was completely beyond myself, and I felt powerless. I later came to realize that this feeling became the turning point in my decision-making. I began to look around me, to find what people did to change or help the people around them. I saw my stepmother, who was a lawyer, helping people who had been wronged. I saw my father extending opportunities to someone in need. I realized that it is very rare a singular person ever fixes the whole problem, that it must be done by a mass of people, and that each effort of each person, no matter how small, is what ultimately makes the difference. With this in mind, I decided to choose a project that would be based on that. That project was the New Mexico Japanese American Citizens League. I found that NMJACL not only helped Asian families who recently came to the U.S., but also the families affected by the Japanese work camps in New Mexico. They had an extensive library of artifacts and information on these camps that had been buried, destroyed, and otherwise unmentioned. Most New Mexico history curriculum does not include any teachings about the work camps. Next year, I look forward to expanding my knowledge on Japanese American history and getting out of my comfort zone so I can talk to people more openly. I think that the service learning value of this project is to spread knowledge I will both acquire and give, as well as bringing the topic of Japanese work camps more into the light and have it seriously acknowledged. I ultimately hope to construct a class for the youth and document it,